Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, this podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show. Hope we're rocking. I was playing Super Smash Bros. My friend the other day, and every time, you know, Mr. Game & Watch, when they say his name and it's like, Mr. Game & Watch, I kept going,
I know you're gonna say.
Mr. Black Guy fucks his wife and watch. Every time, every single time his name came up, my friends were furious.
Yeah, I'd be real annoyed.
Really annoyed. And you know what I like to do when I play Super Smash Bros? I like to, you know how you can taunt?
Yeah.
So if you play as Kirby, you just press the taunt button and she just go, or whatever. What is... Kirby's trans, let's be real. So
Kirby's nothing.
Kirby's nothing. Kirby's asexual, ambiguous.
I thought it was a silly putty with eyes.
He essentially is.
So if you taunt with Kirby, it goes hi. Yeah. So a lot of times when I play with my friends, I just go off to a corner and I just keep doing that.
You fucking suck. You're just a real annoying human being.
Welcome
all the time.
Welcome to Yes Offense, everyone. I'm your host, Alex Tomaselli, and I'm here with my other podcast host friend and compadre, Pete Angelo.
Hi.
And new guest, well, was a guest at one point, but we got to talk about that. New guest, Dave Sheehan.
Couldn't have asked for a better intro, Alex.
Yeah,
Thank
seriously.
You.
Dave Sheehan, Pete Angelo. You both look like opposing members of the Underworld series character. You don't know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Pete looks like a werewolf before, you know, and you look like a vampire.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the coolest thing he's ever going to say about us.
I know. I've heard him talk about things.
You do. You guys have your looks down, and I like it. I feel like I'm a familiar for either of you.
You
guys.
make it sound like I've been working on this for 20 years and wanted this to be the outcome.
You like to look like you're looming in the shadows at all time, and I like it. Dave.
But I feel like if I was like in the werewolf contingency, I'd be like in the Midwest somewhere and be like, nothing ever happens here. I don't ever get to change and fight vampires.
You're like the trucker.
I'm never into battle.
You're like a trucker who comes into contact with a serial killer who thinks they can kill. Well, actually, they wouldn't try to kill you no matter what. What am I talking about? No serial killer is going to see you.
I've never been like, even like all like the serial killers who kill gay people. Like I don't look like any of their victims.
Right. All right. So this is one who's trying to take on a challenge, and then you're like, oh, you picked the wrong puppy, and you literally, turn in and eat his ass.
And then 20 minutes later, a UFO is spotted because that also happens a lot in that part of the country.
Yeah, dude. And that's the True Blood spinoff of Pete Angelo in the Midwest, gay vampire in the Midwest,
werewolf,
gay werewolf in the Midwest. He meets up with Dave Sheehan and teaches him how to come out of the shadows and win back the old women that he is now ancient that you're gonna bang.
Well, I'm ancient too.
She was a child when you met her, which is weird. We don't talk about that too much, but she's grown now.
There's some complexities in vampire culture.
Real talk. No one expects that to come in. Why are you're on your phone?
Because I got a fucking phone call from my mother.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, who texted bro? Texted some hot ass.
Shut up.
He's on a werewolf grinder.
Yeah, dude. Dude, were you... did you actually watch the Twilight movies?
No.
No. I saw the first two in theaters. Saw the first two in theaters. I didn't pay for the tickets, but I went with my friends, and we're not friends anymore. And
because of the movie?
I'm not saying that's the reason, but it's in the top. Like, it's there. It's one of those reasons, and not good movies. Have you seen any of them?
I saw the first one against my will.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
I want to know, like, it made a lot of money, like domestic box office, but I want to know how much of that money was against people's will. Like at least half.
Oh, it's horrible. Dude.
At least half of the money that movie grossed was against against people's will.
It was probably doting boyfriends, husbands,
Yeah.
and parents of teenage girls, etc.
It was a lot of dudes trying to finger while the movie was going on. Let's be real.
Maybe.
And I don't know how many did because the chicks were really into those.
So
movies.
who did you see it with?
I saw it with my friend Dan and some two chicks.
Oh, okay.
Literally, the rest of the world was closed that night, so that's what you did.
That's what we did, man. And
But it was like the girl's idea, and Dan was like, "Let's do it."
yo, he was into it. We're not friends for a lot of reasons, but
Dan gay,
yeah, I think he's done stuff. You know what I mean?
I guess.
So
He submitted an application.
Yeah,
Is that
like
what-
dude, he's a few I've heard, and it is what it. Do what you want to do, man. Yeah.
Just don't make me go see Twilight.
Yeah, that's the gayest thing he's probably made another man do for real. Like who didn't want to,
Did you know what the movie was going
Yeah.
into it? Okay.
And I was like, I'm not stoked about this, but
Why did you agree?
there's nothing else to do, man.
They're probably hot. for one thing.
There are other things to do.
I didn't do drugs at the time.
It doesn't matter.
Were there like 3 movies you were picking from, and that ended up
You know
settling
what,
on that?
dude?
Was
What-
there
what-
any other contenders?
What other?
Did you just say you saw the first 2?
Yeah, the same. Yeah,
Oh, it was a
same
double
same-
feature?
Went with Dan for the second one too. You know what? Dude?
You know what?
We're gay.
This
You know,
is
just gay.
this is on
Wait,
you.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Yeah, I went to both see both of them. To my credit, I was
No credit.
very vocal during the movie, making fun of it. And
Was this at a drive-in?
I was crushing, by the way. Like
Were you?
I was like,
You were crushing at Twilight?
yeah, because I kept making noises during when they would get like their shirts off and stuff, and people were laughing. They had a good time.
I don't hear your excuses.
Was
why
this
you
a
Anyway.
field trip?
Anyway, the second one, way worse than the first. Like the first one's bad. The second one, way worse.
Worse.
I know it's not a word.
Did you go with 2 more girls, or is it just you and Dan this time?
No, I'm pretty sure it was. One of them, I think it was just me and Dan, but the other one was me and 2 girls. And
How did he convince you to go again?
we were best friends, dude.
That's not what you said a minute ago.
No, at the time, we're not friends anymore. For many reasons, but
We need to
that's
hear
up there.
other reasons.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
we
gotta
think
hear
you're
other
just
reasons.
dismissing this. One other reason. Let's hear it quickly.
He stole my prom date. That'll do that. That'll do it.
Before or after the movie?
Way after the movie.
All right.
That'll do it.
That's kind of a deal breaker.
Yeah, you can't really go back after that. What are you looking
I
at?
thought he was
like this? He is. Oh, we always thought he was gay.
Then he stole your prom date, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah,
never mind."
and we're ready. No, he's not gay.
Like to
then,
sell her into the
then-
black market, or what? Did he?
No, then you find meet other people like I sucked that guy's dick, and you're like, all right, maybe he's not gay, but I've never done anything that gay. You know what I mean?
It was probably while I was seeing the 3rd Twilight. Movie.
Yeah, pretty much. He needed one more to get you to suck
He
his
was
dick.
like, my old friend wouldn't come, and they're like, well, that's because he wasn't gay, and he's like, damn, I'm not gonna press the button again, but
Is that what he said?
Nah.
If Pete is looking at me funny about this, going,
Yeah.
you might be.
You podcast together a lot. He probably looks at you funny.
Yeah,
often.
now he's like, we have to cancel the other podcast, or we review the Twilight. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm not watching
No.
those again. I've seen it once.
I will not watch it.
I'm good. That would be, I think, a deal breaker now if I met a chick who was like, those are my favorite movies. I'd be like,
What if you didn't find that out till like 4 months in, and everything
But,
else
like-
was mostly good?
so mostly good, you say? It would have, yeah, that would be.
Like you hadn't found anything else that was as bad to you as this would be, and that's the first one. Like 4 months in, everything else is going pretty well.
I joke and say like that would be a deal breaker, but I'm a simple man, so
I was seeing a guy whose favorite Batman movie was Batman and Robin.
yeah, it's not cool.
Did you find that out early enough?
He's gay.
I was like, ugh.
It's his favorite movie. Is it because of the bat nipple scene and stuff?
I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna put it to that. Did he dress all zany like the Mr. Freeze?
No.
This is the second time you've said zany since you've gotten here. Is that your like calendar word of the day?
It is.
Trying to get it out there?
I didn't notice, Dave, but that might be the name of the episode. You might have just named it right there. I didn't realize I was saying it, but you know what? It's gonna be a part of my current vocab
Add it in.
going forward.
It's a word that doesn't get used very often.
Yeah.
Like fisticuffs. That should be more
Or
common.
moist.
That gets used just because it annoys people.
Yeah, right.
But I often wonder, like,
Climax 2 is another one.
I've wondered about that word, though. There are
Moist.
other English words that rhyme with it that are less common, like joist and foist. Are those as upsetting to
No.
people?
Definitely not.
It has to do with the liquid factor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't, I think that's on you if you find it uncomfortable. Like, why?
I
Why
never
would you-
got why people. find
yeah,
it
I'm
'cause
not
it's
entirely
like-
sure either.
It's like,
The phonetics are weird, but I think there's more to it than that.
yeah, I think it instantly makes you think of like white soaked panties.
No.
No? Okay.
That's where your brain
Food
goes.
can be moist, like cake.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
That was,
Stuff that just rolled out of the ocean because of a wave. That's kind of moist. A sponge that comes up. What are you Googling?
I thought Pete's boyfriend
I thought that
messaged
said
me.
Pat Morita. I
I
thought
thought
he
he
died.
messaged me something about what we were saying, and he didn't. He messaged me, I think, something about comic books. Anyway.
Well, thanks for grinding the show to a halt to tell us
He went,
about it.
"Ding!" You said, I was like trying to check, and it's nope. It's just Pat, me and Pat dorking out, hardcore. Anyway, guys, how's life? How you guys enjoying this Omicron variant that is surging?
Are we enjoying this the variant?
I keep calling it the Decepticon variant.
It's
no
a
one likes
cooler name.
it. No one likes it.
It's a Greek letter.
Yeah, but it's the Futurama.
Oh, see what he? Oh wait, what? Oh, that's one.
Omicronians.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
It's the Doom people. Is it them?
The what?
Is it that? Is that them?
Omicronians.
Are they
Omicron Persei 8, the big fucking lizard-looking dudes.
That's sorry. Doom is the news reporter.
Yeah, whatever.
That's on me, man. I'm not honestly, dude. Futurama. I've seen so many episodes that have made me so upset that I don't really want to watch it anymore.
Upset why?
Because they're
They're
sad.
very emotional.
Oh.
I'll watch them and be like, I don't even know his fucking brother died. I just didn't even know his brother, man. Fucking knew him, but he was dead. Like, it's fucking, I don't even have brothers, man. I'm crying like a fucking
Bitch.
yeah, man.
I haven't watched it that often,
that's
but I
all.
didn't realize it impacted people this way.
They
There's
have some
heavy
real
shit.
emotional episodes.
I've seen like all of the emotional.
It's like,
episodes.
why? And you're really like, why? Why? There's no need for this show to be that emotional.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I've also heard it's made by a bunch of fucking nerds too.
Well, it's some of the, the Simpsons creator. I don't know how
it's
much
Simpsons
staff
creator, they're a lot-
overlap
Yeah,
there is.
probably plenty.
It's like a bunch of Harvard grads.
But like,
who are
yeah, what fucking like what well-recorded show isn't really made by a bunch of nerds?
You know, I'm gonna say Adult Swim. I don't
They're a
think
bunch
anyone
of
there
nerds.
went to fucking Harvard.
No, but they're a bunch of nerds.
You don't think there's nerds at Harvard?
No, but like those are like nerds. Those are like
Is there a classification
those are like
system?
scarf nerds and fucking dress like Harry Potter in real life nerds is what I mean. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I can look like a French spy at some points with my attire. Don't get me wrong. I look goofy at times for the way I act, but
You
it's
shitting on
for-
nerds is always funny. Damn.
and that is it.
Because you are a fucking nerd.
I am, dude. I don't. I don't shy away from it. But
Yeah,
I
but,
don't,
then,
I
you're
don't-
so overly aggressive towards
yeah,
other
exactly.
nerds.
I don't care. I'm
Yeah,
an alpha
that's-
nerd, dude.
You are not. That's not a
I am
thing.
huge alpha nerd.
I think you're talking yourself up a little there. Guy who just dubbed himself a French spy.
Let's put it this way: if there's like 10 nerds in the room, I can rally all of them to commit crime, like Tyler Durden style. I can encourage them to go.
That
get,
doesn't mean you have bipolar. You
I can
asshole.
encourage them to do better in their lives. I can look at them and be like, I can. I've done it.
You have
Is there
not.
video of this? I'm
You
intrigued.
you got tricked into seeing Twilight twice.
It's a youth, and I use that manipulation used on me on other people.
This sounds like you're a
I manipulated
bitch.
you both
So
into being here
somebody
today.
sucked you off.
You're in my fucking house.
Yes, or am I? Or is this the house of your mind?
All right, stop with this espionage crap. You're not a spy. I don't care if you dress like a retired one.
I'm a spy.
You're not one.
I could be
Spies
a spy.
don't go around saying I'm a spy.
I could be one.
Problem number 7 with this scenario.
I could be one, and that's where we're gonna rest that argument.
Who here looks more like a spy, you or me?
You. Easily.
I don't know. You look like the villain of a spy.
Yeah,
Dave.
never mind. Yeah,
That
you
still makes me closer to the spy.
True.
I look, dude. I look like the guy who the older spy is like, you could be a spy, but you got to get your shit together. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I get put through a training. See, and then I meet up with all those preppy kids in the training program. They're like, I went to Oxford.
You're just describing Kingsman.
And then that girl dies from drowning, and you find out she didn't really drown. And then, no, I'm just kidding. It is, yeah, that's me, though. And that's me.
You're not Eggsy.
I'm Eggsy. I'm Eggsy from Kingsman. I fuck the queen in the ass
Princess.
at the end of the movie, and that's the movie. That's me.
I feel like I'm
not
inside Alex's ego right now, and I don't know that I want to be here much longer.
It's great.
It's
you
so
guys.
moist in here. I don't like it.
Yo, we're 15 minutes in.
To what? Who are your listeners?
They're out there. By the
Okay.
way, if you're listening, follow me at Silly Sally on Instagram. Follow at Yes Offense Podcast on Instagram. If anyone out there is like, man, you guys are funny, I'd like to see your live comedy. Check out my Instagram where I'll be posting my shows. I have a show this weekend at Parkville Market. Do you guys have anything to plug? Because I'm going to let you plug in a sec. But
In the middle?
yeah, that's how I do it.
Okay.
Yep. Early on, just in case anyone who taps out is like, you know what, before I tapped out, I'd like to go see them live. Anyway.
I was exhausted. But I was
I'm
exhausted
sick of
by
them
this.
now, but I'm going to want to see more in like 2 weeks.
So Parkville
In
Market
person.
Saturday
And pay for
12 the 18th this Saturday. I'll be at Parkville Market in Hartford doing a show. Steve Vecchiarelli's coming down with Paris Nichols. Manny Sierra's hosting. It's gonna be a fun fucking show. Those shows are always fun. Please come out. Also, I've been forgetting all month to promote this one. And you know, if anyone's out there listening in this part of the world, Pittsfield, Mass. I'll be down in Pittsfield, Mass. I'll post this flyer on my Instagram. Jason Marby's running the show. Forgot the entire thing. Hold on. Just take 2 seconds.
Do you
guys.
need the lineup really to sell it?
Not the lineup. I just want to let people know where it is. If anyone happens to
Otto's.
listen. What? It's Otto's. Yes, Otto's Kitchen out in Pittsfield, Mass. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Friday, 12/17. That's December 17th. I'll be there. And then, guys, I got a bunch of shit in the works coming for January and February, so stay tuned. We got a bunch of shit coming. And, yeah, if you guys want me to come perform anywhere, you have a venue you want to book people at, message me, and I'll bring a lineup to you. We'll have a fun time. You have to pay us, though. Shit ain't free. Anyway.
That
You guys
plug
have
exhausted me.
Anything to plug?
I'm
I'm
good.
glad it exhausted you. You have nothing, Dave? You're just
I
on the
didn't
road?
say that.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently I'll be at Parkville Market at the end of January.
Yes, Dave. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those shows will be coming.
That's a cool spot there.
Thank you. You did a little nice thing for me introducing the show that time. I appreciate it.
I
Dave
like
just-
to make things awkward.
Dave just went up and was like, "Everyone, we're gonna do a show. Don't do that.
Well,
Have a
just
good night."
At your instruction.
Yes.
It's not like I just hogged the mic and
No, he
before
didn't
the
just hop
show.
the mic. It was nice though. I like to do that. I've learned going up and doing the rules as a comic is weird when you go up and later and they're like, "Hey."
I mean, you can just work it into a hosting set, but yeah, you can also have somebody else do it if there's someone
Yeah.
there and willing.
True. Anyway, what do you got to plug? Shroud.
I just did.
Shroud of Silence on Instagram.
Yes, thank you.
Shroud of Silence on Instagram. That's his good. What do you got, Pete?
Metal Pete Comedy on Instagram. And Thursday I'll be at White Bull Tavern in Boston. For Monday I'll be back down in New York for Penthouse Comedy. And the 23rd I'll be in Portland, Maine at Lincoln's Laugh Shack because I don't know, apparently no one in fucking Connecticut likes me anymore.
Yo, don't worry. You're on coming
All right,
up on a show.
Just silly.
Hey, any of those, if you know any of those, send me, we'll talk after. I also need to get out of this fucking state. I'm sick of doing comedy out here. Not to shit on the scene. I'm just,
No, he's not shitting on you guys.
yeah.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, some of your shows are whack. Anyway, how's life, guys? How's
You
life?
can't ask that 7 times in the first 20 minutes, Alex.
You guys.
I did realize this today that you were, Dave, you were at my very first ever show that I did.
Pete Angle.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Who is in charge of that flyer?
Oh, guess.
7 years ago.
Guess who did that?
7 years ago.
Yeah. Who was?
You know
I'm
this
maybe
person.
5 years in.
That's fine. You know this person.
you know this person. Notorious.
It's Paul?
No. Makes Paul look like a dream.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny. Let's not talk
At
about
the
that
liquid,
piece of shit.
The
the liquid lava lounge.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, obviously, that being your first time, you probably saw that differently. Knowing him, I thought that was a decent show.
It was.
Yeah.
It generally was.
Not everything he did was
That was probably one of the better ones I've been a part of.
It was like it was a showcase, probably like a dozen people, too many people, but a lot of them were good. Some were newer. That was his first.
Honestly, a lot of people were newer. Like
I didn't recognize some of
That's
the names.
his forte.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, shout out to Vinny for letting me know what a piece of shit is and how to, every red flag in a comedian in one person. Now that I spread it out, I can kind of figure everyone out.
Pete
Thanks
also
to
had
Vinny.
his name was spelled wrong on the poster.
Pete
so
Angle.
that's going to happen in
That's
comedy.
not- no,
You
no,
got
no,
it
no,
out of the
that
way
was
out.
right.
That
It
was
was
how
right.
you sold it at the time?
No, because that was just what I had listed on Facebook. Because I didn't want my last name being on Facebook because I didn't want jobs to find me or anything.
I
So I
see.
just had it that way, and then he started like then when I started like doing comedy, I'm like, oh, I don't want to use this, so that's why I went to my middle name.
Do you think the job, like, I think about that sometimes, but then I think about, like, not to disrespect anything we do, but, like, you think about what you do for a living, and then you're like, who the fuck is my boss to come to a comedy show and be like, I don't like what you said at a comedy show?
No, and it wasn't because of comedy.
Oh, okay.
I had changed it previously just because I didn't want
okay.
my job looking me up and
I
seeing
get that.
I was
I get that
posting
too.
about weird shit or
Yeah.
something like that,
I sort of get that. I think bosses can, that shit is insane. If someone was like, I would come watch your stand up and be like, I don't think you should work here because of your stand up. It's like any boss I've ever worked for, I've seen, all right, except for my current one, I've seen commit crimes. So I'm not gonna let my
It
boss
Again with the spy shit.
tell me shit, dude. Yeah, espionage, dude. Well, there's crimes. Yeah, there's a lot of drugs. Let's be real. So CIA shit. You feel me?
Drugs everywhere.
Yeah.
Stop trying to impress nobody.
I was in the CIA. Anyways, moving on.
What the hell is what is your resume? Were you in the KGB, the Yakuza?
I was in the Yakuza. I have a huge tattoo on my back of a koi fish going upstream. Figure that out.
No, because it's not there.
It's not. It's not, dude.
You gotta cover it up.
Did you see that Jared Leto movie? Because I didn't.
No.
Jay Leno movie?
Jared Leto. It's him with he's in the Yakuza. It's called The Outsider.
Shut the fuck up.
You never seen this?
No.
Well, what are you doing
watch this
for
for
the
your
next
other
movie?
podcast, apparently.
You want to watch it and then do a podcast after this?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm already
'Cause
exhausted.
yeah, it's really long. It's like a 2-hour movie. That'd be another 4-hour day with each other. We have to get some food. Anyway, Jared Leto on a Yakuza movie. I don't know how that got past the anybody.
Well, I've seen several
apparently
movies
no-
that made me think that.
No
so
one's. Yeah, but I guess
Nowadays, I mean.
I guess it works if just no one saw it.
Yeah, it was on Netflix and just kind of breezed by.
He stinks
Yeah, I don't know why he's regarded as a great actor.
because he was, and now he's really,
When? In what?
Now he's real annoying.
As a heroin addict?
Yeah.
As a
he won an Oscar for that.
He did win an Oscar for that movie?
Yeah.
Being a heroin addict.
Well,
Losing
I mean,
his
it's
arm?
a tough role to do well.
Is it? You look tired and you're mean. And you steal.
Okay, that's me, first of all, except for the last part. So I wouldn't necessarily know. I have not done that.
I
But
haven't done heroin either. No.
He was good in
Train
Lord of
Spotting's
War.
better.
I never
He
saw
was
that.
good in Lord of War. You ever seen Train Spotting?
Shreds what?
Train Spotting.
Spotting.
No, that
Ewan
didn't seem like
McGregor.
my kind of movie. I know of it. That doesn't seem like my kind
Well,
of movie.
if Requiem for a Dream wasn't
that I
your-
liked.
If you liked
It was-
Requiem for a Dream,
well, I thought it was well done. It was depressing as hell, but it was well done.
Train Spotting, way better and funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
But
dark.
it is
it's like a-
heroin, so it's also got it's dark. Like,
Well, I
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a lighthearted romp if I was going to watch Train Spotting.
I've recommended that to numerous women who, and none of them have liked it.
Is that why?
Damn, sluts. And that's what I have to say about that.
Don't ask us how's life again.
Yeah. Don't try to get chicks to watch.
What was like?
Heroin
Why did
movies.
you want them to see that? Just because you liked it, or what?
Well, because I've dated women who are like, I love dark comedies, and I'm like, wow. Let me tell
well,
you
don't
about
start at that
the
level.
ultimate
Build
dark-
up to it. See how dark they're willing to go.
Well, if they're like, I like Fargo and shit, I'm like, all right, so you like,
I don't like
People
the
get-
Coen brothers.
no, really?
You
Dave,
strike me as a Coen brother.
wow, that doesn't fit
I
your
just watched
aesthetic.
too many of their movies where I was just like, what? I don't get what's happening. It's just got that pretentious. You should understand what we're talking about. And not everything they did is bad, but I just had that experience multiple times with theirs, so I don't.
I get the pretentious thing, but I do love some of their movies a lot.
I mean, Big
Yeah,
Lebowski
you're-
was good.
That's great. Shout out to Cliff Mula for not liking that movie. He's a real piece of shit. Anyway.
Cliff didn't like
That's why you
Lebowski.
shout somebody out because they're terrible.
These blacks.
Hell yeah, I do, dude. He knows. He'll be on soon. Don't worry. That's my boy.
He's on every other episode.
He is.
It's sort of
He's
like
on
co-host is
me
not always
every
here.
other episode, if you know what I mean. We're gay. Anyway.
Does Dan mind?
Wait, who?
The
You
guy
fuck-
who
you
made you
fucking
saw
retard.
Twilight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like how a top CIA guy can't remember a guy he brought up 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah.
What else have you done? KGB. Let's talk about your
KGB.
history.
I've...
Were you
what
one
should we
of
call
J.
it?
Edgar Hoover's secret guys?
I'm
He
trying to...
shot Kennedy.
I was a part of an organization that pulled off a bunch of airport heists. You may have heard of the Lufthansa heist. Worked out of New Jersey, New York. It was me.
Were you
and,
DB Cooper?
It was me and this, Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, and that fat dude. It was our boss.
You were not in a Scorsese film.
He chopped garlic
Why
in prison for us.
why are you not beating him yet? You're closer to him than I am.
I don't know. I just want to see how far
and
you
that's
go.
how we. Oh, I would have stopped.
This is not evidence
It would
enough.
It would have never stopped. I would have. We would just got. I would have.
This is evidence for later for me to
We're not in Kansas. We're not even in the U.S. anymore.
It would have eventually just been me, been like, I always wanted to be a gang. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a gangster. Dun 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 dun, or whatever.
I expect
Right
this
into
from
the
like
whole movie.
I expect this from like a 9-year-old. Yeah, I used to be a Power Ranger, and I used to be a Pokemon. Not your age.
Anyway, after that,
You're almost 30. Are you gonna?
after
bring
that,
this to a
Samuel L.
head before
Jackson showed up with one eye and was like, "You're doing great. We're putting a team
Is this
together.
a dream you had?
We're putting a team together. You're gonna lead
You know
it."
what? It's official. You watch too many movies.
Anyway, I'm
You're putting
fucking
the offense in
I'm
yes
fu-
offense.
I'm fucking Scarlett Johansson. My life rules.
Do you need us for this? Why are we here?
No, I've seen how far into my nonsense I could drag you guys.
I mean,
guys.
to be fair,
I don't have enough breadcrumbs to get home at this point.
knowing you this long, I feel well dragged into your nonsense.
Are either of you guys fans of
Probably not.
50 Cent? The fella 50 Cent
I mean, yes.
and his antics.
What, I don't know his antics.
Was he in the
that well.
news recently?
Well,
Besides him trolling Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, he's the man, dude. That was so funny. If you can read, he said he couldn't read. Yo, 50 Cent. There should be a documentary series on just 50 Cent's beefs with people. They're so funny
might
and
be
petty.
eventually if he's had
there should
enough.
be. There should be, dude. He's just so rude to people, and it's so funny. There's like posts where there'll be like 50 Cent was shot 10 years ago today 9 times, and every day he reminds us why he was shot 9 times. It's like people have now gone complete like 360 on him, where it's like, wow, he overcame so much, and then they're like, wow,
So much to shoot again.
wow, he's such a piece of. But no, he's just petty and fun. Like he does a lot. Like he actually is like a huge, he does a lot for like,
Does he still live in Connecticut?
he does a lot for.
These blacks.
If you know what anyway, does a lot. Yeah,
I don't think he lives in Connecticut. I don't know if he
does.
still.
I've seen his house. It's pretty massive. But recently he was in the news for Madonna. Did you see Madonna?
I know she has ass implants.
Yeah, and they're not good. She should know that. Anyway, but she took a picture. She took a picture of her ass sticking out from under her bed, and it was like in stockings and shit. Yeah, you want to see it?
I don't. I mean, you can pull it up. That does not sound like an image I care to
It's
look
not
at.
great. They're not great. It's not great looking.
You're not selling
She
us on
wasn't positioned well. You can zoom in, and it's not good. Okay, and you know what? Madonna's not going to hear this, but
Are you sure she doesn't listen to this?
If she does, she should listen to a better ass doctor. Let's say that. Anyway,
Is that your next job, ass doctor?
dude,
Do you mean plastic surgeon or proctologist?
I would be like the dudes from
He
Nip
doesn't know.
Tuck. I would be a perfect combination of them. Both of the men from Nip Tuck.
But like, not handsome.
Oh, damn. Pete, that hurt coming from you, Pete. I know Pete meant that. He's touching my foot with his though now,
No,
so
get
I
your
know.
fucking feet off
I
my
know
table.
he's flirting.
Get your shoes off my table.
He was flirting right there. See, guys.
So the Nip Tuck,
Anyway.
the Nip Tuck thing, is that before or after you were a Navy SEAL?
So I'm gonna be a Nip Tuck. No. So she took a picture of her ass sticking out from under her
Or
bed.
did someone else take the photo for her?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they had to. If she positioned this,
So
good for
her
her.
ass fell off and under the bed, and she was retrieving it. How is she sticking?
She's under the bed. Her ass and legs are sticking out.
So she's lying on her side, sticking her ass. Like,
She's lying on her stomach.
Okay.
Her legs and
Photo
ass.
from above.
It's a
I'm
photo.
guessing.
Okay.
I just want
You're making it sound like only the rest of her is under the bed, but
Yes.
her ass is sticking
Her
out.
ass
and I'm
and
trying
legs
to figure
are sticking
what
out.
position do you have
All
to
right.
be in under a bed to
You're-
make that picture
It's like
happen?
you crawl. God damn, Dave.
Don't set it up if you can't
There-
explain.
Imagine you were crawling under a bed. You stopped halfway.
Okay.
There you go.
Like my legs would be out.
Yes. With
So
your
it's
ass.
legs and ass. All
And
right.
ass.
You didn't say the legs were visible too. All right. I'm good with you. Go on.
I did.
I doubt that.
Anyway, so her legs, ass are sticking out. Takes a picture. People on the internet are like, yes, type shit. And then 50 Cent out of nowhere, 50 Cent goes, I believe he said, you look like the Wicked Witch of the West. Or what? It was essentially that.
That's a good one though.
It was really good. Yeah, I was right. Wicked Witch of the East. I got it first try. Anyway, that's a solid dig. Hilarious when you think about it. Not even that mean. Really good reference. And honestly, if you look up how mean 50 Cent has been to other people, it is his own son. It is insane. He is mean to his own son.
Did she respond to
the right-
this?
What?
Did she respond to that?
Yeah, she photoshopped a photo of him and her, and it was just them. And she said, like, I don't know why you're mean. You're nice to me in real life, but you're mean to me on the internet. What? And she then said, I'm gonna look better. You're just jealous. You'll look better. I'll look better at you at my age than you will look. She's saying I'll look better at you at my age than you will at my age, and I'm gonna say no. I'm not first of all, 50 Cent is black, so he's probably gonna age better than anyone in this room right now, or anyone who's not who's white.
The lack of plastic surgery.
And then
helps.
you got Madonna. Don't get me wrong, looks good for a 50-year-old whatever pop star, however old she is.
Probably
but she also
60s, I'd
looks
say.
a mess at times because of all the shit she's had done to her. So I'm gonna say 50 Cent's gonna look better than her. And I don't care if
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think you do care.
Anyway, I just think
Isn't
it's
Madonna like 70?
yeah, she is. She's old, dude.
I don't know if she's that old.
She's
I'd say-
old.
I'd guess 60s.
She dates like 20-year-olds still though. She's
Well,
killing
so
it.
do a lot of like older
Yeah,
celebrities.
dude, do it. You should. You have the status.
Would you date Madonna?
I would.
For the stories.
Hell yeah. Bits? The bits I could come up with for that? So,
Oh, she'd probably sue you.
Yeah, she probably would. But
She would
Madonna's
take-
ass is fake.
She'd be the new host of Yes Offense. You would
Yeah.
surrender your rights to this.
She's like, welcome to Yes Offense. I'm here with 50 Cent and fucking... Who's
Why does she talking like Mango from SNL?
Who else does she hang out with?
I don't know
I
who
don't
she
fucking
hangs
know.
out with.
You're
She's,
the
were we
CIA
supposed to
operative.
research this before?
Yeah. I'm supposed to find out more about Madonna. I just know Madonna was in not in it. The Lucky Star song is in a scene in Snatch.
Okay.
That's it. Bullet Tooth Tony likes
The movie or hers?
Yeah, the movie. Bullet Tooth Tony likes the song "Lucky
I
Star"
think
by
I saw
Madonna.
that. It was a long time
It's
ago.
great, but he it comes on. He's like, I love this
Well,
track.
didn't her ex-husband direct that, which is probably
Yeah, it
had a big
is,
part of
dude.
the
That's
song
right.
getting into
yeah, dude.
the
Guy
movie?
Ritchie.
Yes.
That shout out to that dude. He really crushes it.
I don't
That's
hear his
good
name much
fucking
anymore.
work.
Is he still directing stuff?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he did
did
that too. We just talked about him actually.
Yeah, we did Wrath of Man. What movie? Isn't he doing some weird movie?
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
He did the last Duel.
I don't even know.
No, that's really Scott.
No, is it really Scott? Guy Ritchie did
Guy Ritchie did Wrath of Man.
Wrath of
Jason
Man.
Statham.
I know, but is something else?
that. Did someone just turn the sun off? Did it just get really
Yeah,
It
got
dark?
really got
dark.
darker here. Out of
Yeah, I
nowhere.
really want to know how old she is.
It's you, Dave, and you know it.
Okay.
Shh.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say anything, as long as you understand.
Spooky.
Yeah, so 50 Cent.
Yes, Alex is.
50 Cent owned Madonna, and Madonna got a little hurt, and I don't know why. It's probably because his comment was dead on. And it just got a lot of traction. But 50 Cent has in the past gone at people like Floyd Mayweather and called him fucking retarded. Essentially, he was like, "You can't read. Try to read." Has posted like videos of him trying to read and failing. It's hilarious.
If he wanted, he could probably afford a reading tutor at this point. So,
Like, why would you? Why bother learning at this
yeah, I was
point?
about to say,
that's-
why-
that's part
How
of
would
it.
it, how
He's-
did it help Floyd Mayweather's
Dog.
life?
Dog, if I was Mayweather, I would look at that and be like, I've made so much money not reading.
What a testimonial to
As someone who enjoys reading, though,
What do you read?
We know you're a nerd.
I read a lot of like fiction.
Danielle Steele.
I read a lot of fiction.
He reads a lot of the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
And imagines he's one of
Yes.
them, and then tells people he's
Hey,
one of
guys,
them.
I was about to say, it might be a weird time to bring this up.
How
but
many times did you and Nancy Drew have a
I was gonna
threesome?
say,
I used to investigate a lot
he
of
puts on a
crimes.
wig and he's Nancy Drew.
And it was always in like some haunted cave, and it always turned out to be like communist or something.
While
who were
Encyclopedia
behind it.
Brown was the cuck in the corner.
Yeah. And this girl in a yellow dress used to come around and suck me and my partner off.
Was it
And-
Curious George?
It's Curious George's guy, the man in yellow, the yellow
Fireman?
Yeah, whatever he is.
It was Dan.
Is his name Dan?
No, but I'm saying it's
Oh, Dan's back. Dan's back again, guys.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, apparently not. Oh well. Anyway.
Don't say how's I.
Woo! I'm having fun, you guys. I don't know about you. I'm having a great time. I'm glad you guys came. It's been, Dave, this is going better than our Lost episode.
I would say. Do you still have that? Like, and
I
you're not going to
do.
do anything
I actually
with
think I do, but I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything with it ever. It's just.
it? You don't have to. Like,
Why is
you
it
might
lost?
be able to.
I
Well,
forget.
and this is not honestly. Dave is the only one not to blame in this because I booked Dave and Johnny Benson on a podcast. Johnny Benson showed up hungover because you went out with John. I went off like I'm really drunk and I'm old and I can't
That doesn't
party
sound
like
anything like him.
I can't party like I used to. I just fucking got drunk last night. I was listening to rock and roll. I was Motley Crue.
He did not say any of these things, Alex. Will you stop
Anyway.
blaming everybody
I
but
had a bunch of
yourself?
I had a bunch of
You
craft
run
beer.
this thing.
I had a bunch of craft beer. He got really drunk the night before, hungover, old, just getting up there in years, soggy, flappy in the skin.
He's listening to this, you know.
I know, I
Also,
love
you
him.
lit up on my deck before we started.
I did. Okay. And yes, getting to me. I just got really
Get
high.
there faster.
I get really high. And I also booked Dave, who is a bit of a sniper and is just rude to me, which I like. But without feeding off of Johnny and being crass and stuff, Dave couldn't be rude to me because I was just trying to get Johnny to. Anyway, not fun to bring up on a later podcast. I've just realized.
Stop blaming people for your problems. That's all I'm saying.
Johnny got me there, Dave.
Hey, to be fair, I did Johnny's podcast and it never came out.
That's Johnny, dude. Johnny is not like Pete. Johnny, you know what? Johnny Benson, everyone out there, message him. Why doesn't he like gay comedians?
What are you
Ask him
talking
that.
about?
He doesn't
books
like
a Long
gay-
Island woman who's a lesbian, among others.
No.
He's worked with Kevin Dolan a bunch of times.
Yeah, I was with Kevin all the time.
How about
What other
tatted up
arguments do you
gay
have?
comedians?
Tatted up.
Tatted up. You have a problem with? He has a problem with young bucks. That's Johnny's friend. No, I'm just kidding. I love Johnny. I'm messing with him. He's my guy. Big help. He's helped me a lot. Anyway,
That sounded so fake.
That sounded so fake.
what he has. He knows he has. He's giving me lights. He's giving me advice. He's told me the people he hates, and I've agreed with him. And that's all I'll say about that. I will not throw him under the bus. I can joke. I knows I'm fucking with him. I'm not, if any, he is a closeted homosexual.
The bandana's a dead
Keep
giveaway.
digging. No, I love that man though, for real. He'll be on soon. Not with Dave though, or maybe with Dave, just as long as he's not hungover. Anyway, talked enough about Johnny Benson. Moving forward, anyone
Now
else?
who do you want to talk about?
Anyone else in the scene who we want to talk about? Guys, before you guys listed, you know what? Throw your lists out. You guys said the top 5 hottest comedian females. List them, and you said all their
I
attributes.
was not here for this.
You
What?
both did it. You both did it right before the podcast. Throw them out now. Do it.
No.
Just kidding.
You want us to rate women? Isn't that how Facebook got started?
Yeah, it is actually.
It's weird to think about, but it is.
It is. Honestly, that whole dude is weird. That
Yes, but I highly doubt
That
he's the only
old
person
dude.
who ever tried to do something like that. It's just by some weird circumstances, his transformed the world when it became something else a
Yeah.
short time later.
was fucking a huge dork.
Yeah, nobody's arguing that.
I'm
From
not
Harvard.
From
Yeah.
Harvard. Fucking dork.
Again with the Harvard.
It's an ongoing theme. We got a good theme going on this episode. We got Harvard. We got Dan. Twilight.
Oh, damn.
Dan. Now you don't remember.
Yeah, I
that?
know, but I was
He's
doing
so
your
forgettable.
Yeah,
It was-
Twilight. I don't miss it. Anyway, there was one other thing, other article. Oh, all right. You guys know about this skank Billie Eilish?
She hosted SNL this week, and I only watched the beginning.
Yeah, they apparently she lost, which I don't think is true. I just
You didn't say it
don't.
yet. You can't
I
weigh
don't
in
think
on a
it's
subject
true.
you haven't brought up yet.
They say that she lost 100,000 followers over cleavage-bearing magazine cover photo. I don't think that's true.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't followed the
Neither have I.
statistics.
But I can't imagine that lost her. First of all, that can't be the reason.
I mean, that doesn't sound like something she'd even do, so she's probably talked into it.
What?
Because that's not from what I know of her, that doesn't seem like something she would do. But I guess if she did, it probably upset some of her fans who might have.
Why? Because she wears baggy shit all the time?
Or just unusual stuff.
I guess, man. She's got.
I don't quite get the
How would
popularity with her.
I highly doubt it went down 100,000 and didn't gain. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it said she lost 100,000.
Yeah.
It didn't say anything about the gain.
No,
so she might have gained some
I'm
others.
assuming she had to.
And
have
some of
gained
these
the
might
others.
come back because that whole reaction.
Yeah,
I
it's
got to do
so
something quick because
stupid.
I'm so mad.
Makes
And then 2
no
months
sense.
later, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna forget it. Back the way it was.
Just because she showed off her tits, dude. And she's got some nice tits, like, dude.
Wasn't she like 19 or 20?
Hey,
I believe?
yeah, and
Right. That's saying I'm actually agreeing with you for once.
oh, okay, yeah.
Like that might be a part of the.
I guess, man. So they're like, damn, now she's older, and they just they're like, these are legal tits.
All the pedophiles are turned off.
This isn't what they look like in my fantasies.
God, go back to not showing us your 17-year-old tits. That's anyway. I just thought that was weird.
Do you know what magazine it was? Is it
Vogue.
okay?
So it's like
I would
really-
imagine Vogue subscribers are probably older, so they might be more conservative.
I guess, man. I don't know. She's been. Yeah, I don't get her. I don't like her singing at all, to be honest. But
I don't
mean,
quite get it either.
you
It's
know.
like mumbled and
yeah. I mean, she's
I only know the one song.
bad
Bad
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which and I like them. I like the music,
Yeah, me too.
but not so much
not the
her.
lyric. Yeah. It's a funny song to make fun of.
oh, I thought you were gonna say jerk off too.
Every song's a funny song to jerk off to for Alex.
Yeah, dude. Dance with the Devil by Immortal Technique, real fun to jack off to.
You're a sick man.
Dave, do you know that song?
I've heard of Immortal Technique. I don't know any of
It's
the
a song about a gang of fellas.
a gang of fellas. Is this a musical now?
I just like
Yeah, it's like a real fucked up West Side Story.
It's West Side Story with like if David Aronofsky wrote it. If the
You mean
guy-
Darren
Darren
Aronofsky?
Aronofsky wrote it. It's about a guy who really wants to hang with the boys, Dave. And he
You don't have
starts
to keep saying my name. I know who I am.
he starts hanging with the boys really heavy, right? And they're like, dude, you're kind of real. You sell drugs. You know how to like pull a fella's cat back, but are you ready to commit real evil? And he's like, yeah, I am. So they beat up this woman and they have their way with her, and then when they go to kill her, they find out it's the guy's mom, and he jumps off the roof at the end of the song.
Oh, what a lighthearted romp.
It's a great song.
Wasn't that the fourth Twilight? Which you don't know because you didn't bother sticking
Man,
around
me
to
and
the
Dan
end.
were not boys, and Dan went off to chill with some other boys and got into another
Did he hang with
Darren
them heavy?
Aronofsky movie.
Did he hang with them heavy?
I don't know if he got into what Immortal Technique friend did, but yeah, I don't think he did. You know what? And I hope he didn't. I'm not, and we're not friends, but I wouldn't wish that on.
I do like
people.
how often you have to like remind her, like we're not friends.
I wouldn't wish that scenario on. I don't think anyone.
So it's complicated with him.
No, we're not friends.
So you still holding like a 10-year grudge from him taking the
we're not
prom
friends.
date?
Yeah, dude.
That's
not a
how-
grudge, but like, why would I be cool or civil with someone who?
Why was your prom date like? Yeah, I'll go with him.
He's better looking, probably.
How long had you been friends before that happened?
Years. It's traumatic. It's been brought up in therapy. No, I'm just kidding. No, it is what it is. I don't care. You know.
Clearly, we're still talking about it. I don't care. No, I don't care.
I
don't care. I don't care
I'm
so hard.
I'm indifferent towards the situation.
You don't
now.
sound indifferent.
I'm just telling you guys what happened. Do I seem mad?
Yes.
It happened. It's a part of who
You've convinced yourself you were in the CIA. That can't.
Yes, I am.
Maybe that's.
I joined
this.
That was a coping
I went down a
mechanism.
dark. I went down a dark path.
She didn't steal. She didn't get stolen from me by him. I couldn't go
Yeah,
because I had an important mission.
yeah.
And if I fell for her, it would jeopardize my cover.
SEAL Team 6
Exactly,
needed
dude.
a leader that weekend, so
Exactly. That's me, man. That's me. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, whatever. Moving on.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
well, we're gonna try. I don't know if you're gonna come with us.
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? It's high school. I don't really give a shit about high school anymore.
It's weird looking back at high school, just how
I can't even.
how
ugh.
irrelevant a lot of stuff we thought was
It's-
so important.
It's insane,
Yeah.
to be honest. I didn't like
literally everything.
Oh God, I would not have been friends with me in high school.
Me
No.
either.
Are you now?
I would not have been friends.
You would have been friends with me, and you know it. We would have been talking about dork shit.
We do that
And I'd
now.
have
So
been
why
cool-
would you have been
and I'd
different
have been
then?
cool with you being gay. I wouldn't judge you.
I wasn't out in high school, so you wouldn't know.
No, I would have known, dude, Pete.
You would not have known.
Well, after you left the bathroom stall, sure,
Yeah,
but I don't
me-
know if you would have met that
Me
way.
and Pete would have gone to see Twilight if we were friends in high school together.
He didn't see it. He still doesn't want to see it. Pay attention to your
Pete's just
guests.
like, Pete's just like, you're fucking gay, dude. I don't want to go. I'm not gay. Pete's getting so overly protective about going to see Twilight. No. The funny thing in high school is, I don't know where to
Lunch?
go with that.
Well, see, I always think about this the other day. How like anytime I see what is it, like an athlete or a big name person, like they come out and they're like, oh, I can finally be me, and they start like promoting like they're a guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race and all this stuff. They start talking about what they're watching. I always think about like they're like, oh, I could finally be me. Like my coming out, I wasn't like, oh, I can finally be me. Like I'm still into the same shit I was into before. Like nothing. I wasn't like, oh, now I can openly do these things. I'm like, nah, I still don't want to. They still don't appeal to me.
You're still like, I like rock shows and
Guns and trucks
guns
and,
and
like-
trucks. I just like to get my dick sucked later by a guy. It's the
My entertainment hasn't
the
changed.
minor difference. Yeah. It's not. Yeah,
My forms of entertainment hasn't altered at all.
I was like that when I started smoking. Like everyone who I chilled with was like, "Oh, you're gonna be so like weed changes you, and you're not gonna like to do the same things." And I'm like, I mean, I like to go to the movies, play video games, eat sniz because I'm cool, and
I'm fighting the urge to strike you right now.
but shit like that, I don't like any I don't do shit. I already did stoner shit before I was a stoner. Is what I'm saying. Like it doesn't. Because of
Just been lazy and watched dumb movies.
Yeah, it's like this makes it better, so why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean?
Did you just compare liking weed to coming out?
Yeah, dude. That was me. That was my coming out. I smoked weed. I was like, this is me the whole time. I just wish I knew.
Pete, how are you not striking him
fucking
right
suck.
now? How are you?
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That is what it means. Dave.
What?
We can't do plugs. We did plugs already.
No, we will at the end.
No, we did plugs already.
Dave. We're not doing plugs. Is there a... We'll wrap it up in a minute, though. We're almost done. Dave, has there been a film that you may have watched recently or seen? It can be rewatched that you were like, man, this movie's fucking awesome, dude. I love this movie. Or it's a new movie you saw, whatever. It's the last movie you watched where you're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Well, I don't go to the theaters much anymore for a number of reasons, but the last one I saw there was Shang-Chi.
Oh, I
thought
like how
was-
you said that like that instead of the white guy way. Shang-Chi.
Okay. I thought it was a very good movie.
No,
I
you
thought it
liked
was done
it.
very well, yes.
Pete did too. I liked it, but Pete, you guys liked it more than me.
I mean, it's not. This isn't the only movie that does it. It's kind of the way now how blatantly they're just obviously setting you up for sequels.
yeah.
It's just like, of course, there's going to be one. Just focus on this story.
Yeah.
They were really blatant about it here, but no, it was done really well.
Well, because essentially all those movies are they're a television show.
Yeah.
It's a really long television
Yeah, and
show.
there's going to be another episode, another season. Yeah.
The main actor of Shang-Chi's really taken. He's going real Michael Jordan with everyone, like the movie news. Every time something it seems new comes out about it, he's like, and they thought we would flop, and he like drops it with like He on social media, he's big on that, which I think he's just compensating because on Reddit he defended pedophilia, but that's fine. You guys can go look that up.
No, half of what you said today is inaccurate. So
No, the Shang-Chi, that's a fun article. I wish I actually, that's an old one. I wish I'd brought it up at the time of it. But the Shang-Chi dude, there was like Reddit posts when he was doing some actor work for some research role work for a pedophile character or something like that. He was like playing a pedophile.
Okay.
And then he compared it, wow, full circle here. He compared how pedophiles are ostracized in today's society, similar to how gay people have been ostracized. And it was like, I mean, and then he went on to sort of defend how he could understand that, not exactly their mindset, just like how it's fucked up and everything. And it was just borderline like, hey man, you could just keep that shit to yourself. You don't have to put that out for public consumption.
Well, it's one thing to understand something; it's another to defend it.
True. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Openly on Yes Offense, not a fan of pedophilia.
That is not what we were talking about.
It's a good stance to have. I like how you guys didn't just jump behind me on that.
Because it seemed obvious. We felt like it wasn't.
Just kidding.
We really
You're
don't think it
overcompensating
needs
now.
additional.
Guys, seriously. No. Yeah, so anyway, shout out to the guy Shang-Chi. Hopefully your next movie doesn't flop either and you're not a pedophile. That'd be cool.
But also, if everyone says what you're gonna do isn't gonna work and it blows everything out of the, of course you're gonna want to have some mic drop moments
I'm
after that.
I'm super petty. If I get any ounce
Yeah,
of
you're
success,
petty as fuck, but anyone else does it, you're like, fuck this
if I
person.
get any ounce of success, believe me, I've never posted in CT Comics unprofessionally, but it'll happen that day. No, I'm just kidding. I will leave all of you behind. Except for Pete and Dave.
Pete,
We're not worried.
I'm going to talk to Pete privately for a moment. There is going to come a time when, as cool as Alex is, we're not going to be able to associate with him anymore. And that'll be our decision, not his, no matter what he tells the media, no matter what he tells the press. I'd like it to continue, but you need to reel a lot of stuff back. Mostly for yourself, but also for the people around
It's
you.
'cause
You're coming up on 30. Maybe that can be your gift to yourself.
I'm doing fine, everyone. Don't research too much into it. Yeah.
Is that what you tell your mirror every night?
I do. I'm like, I'm fine.
Is that the voice you use? You go up a few octaves.
You're a big, bright, shining star. What's the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? That one? He's like, you fucking loser. He just goes off in the mirror. You guys ever had one of those moments?
I screamed at myself coming home from a show one time to the point where my voice was struggling the next day. It was all stuff I had done wrong. Like rookie mistakes where I shouldn't have been making rookie mistakes. I wouldn't do that again. I might make mistakes again, but I wouldn't react that way.
I've had a few reactions after a set that I'm not proud of privately, but I've also had reactions on stage that I am proud of when I've turned on the audience and they deserved it. Sometimes they haven't, but 85% of the times they've deserved it.
Once again, it's somebody else's fault.
I usually don't blame the audience. I'm not saying, but the times I have,
But some are lousy for all the comics.
Yes, I was about to say, the times I've blamed the audience, they've deserved it, and they've acknowledged it after. I've had people come up to me and been like, "Hey, man, we were kind of tight," and I was like, "You were. I don't know why. You people like, what the fuck would you come out, fucking weirdos?"
Yeah, I get the drunk hecklers are just like, we want to be part of the show. Then yell at your TV at home. That's not how this works.
Dude, yell at your kid, okay?
Or somebody else's kid.
Yeah, don't yell at. Yeah, as long as it's a youth, yell at them.
Yell at a youth.
Yell at children.
Give
Fucking find a child,
give
yell at a
trauma to the
child.
next generation so the cycle can continue.
Some of them could use a little trauma to grow from.
For real.
Nothing permanently damaging, just a good reality check every once in a while.
Just something. Be real. Be a catty gay guy about it. Just say, "Oh, that's a nice outfit. I didn't know you shopped at Marshall's for everything," and that will ruin some people's day. Just do that casually to people, or say hi. Say hi. You look.
I can't say that when dressed the way I
You look
dress.
nice and thick today. Just say that to every woman you meet. Just
I
put
think
them in their
that's a
place.
compliment for me.
Yeah, you know, it's a little thicky going on over there. But say it's those skinny white women, ruin their day. They need their days ruined. They ruin everyone else's.
I see Pete and myself getting cancel cultured for this. Like
No.
5 years from now, somebody's going to dig this up.
Everyone says that on this podcast, and it's just not going to happen.
I've never been worried about it.
I'm not
worried about it. I'm just saying it's weird.
I'm just
how
associating with me.
that happens sometimes.
I'm doing so well that I get caught up in shit, and everyone else I know does too. That's what I see.
Are you giving yourself?
I'll weather the storm, dude. Do
you get a boner talking yourself up?
Any of you nerds out there listening who hate listening to this, try me, dude. I will ruin your life.
You think there's nerds hate listening to you?
Yes, I actually know for a fact there is.
Well, address them personally right now. Say
Try
something
me,
to them.
motherfuckers. Try me. I will ruin your life. I will dox you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really
What are you going to do? Empty their grocery carts at Aldi's? Well, how are you going
I'll
to go
find
after
them in
these
real
people?
life. I'm serious, though. These people are losers. Anyway,
Some might be.
do you have anything to plug?
Again?
in addition to what I
Yeah,
didn't plug
it's the end
earlier?
of the show. Anything you forgot? Instagram. What's your Instagram?
It's still Shroud of Silence. I haven't
yeah.
changed it in the last 20 minutes.
That'd be hilarious if you did, though.
I just went out and I'm fucking Dave Sheehan now. Anyway, guys, follow these two. Very funny dudes. Working. Like them very much. Always happy when I'm on a show with them. Pete, you got anything to plug?
Nothing.
Continue from where you left off. Maine, you said in a couple of weeks. Go,
Yeah.
what about after that?
Anyway, guys, check me out, Silly Sally on Instagram. Check out the podcast Instagram at Yes Offensive Podcast, I believe.
Yeah. Listen to our other podcast.
Yeah, listen to me and Pete's podcast. Pete and Sally do the cinema, and yeah, that one's a fun one. Pete, we gotta fucking get that on Apple, dude. We gotta do a lot. I got so much to fucking do, and I'm flustered.
You stress way too much about stuff that's like free and doesn't matter.
I know. I just I know. I don't want to do it. I don't want to create an account.
I'll eventually I'll get sick of you saying it and I'll fucking do it.
All right, Pete will do it. Anyway, cool. That I know
All
what I
those
have to do.
FBI responsibilities just take up all his time.
Dude, so much
He's
spying.
got a stakeout to do.
I got stakeouts. I got dossiers to uncover.
If you can spell dossier right now,
DOUI. Am I wrong?
It's already wrong.
Really?
Do you know how to spell
Is
it,
it
Dave?
really?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
DOSSIER. I learned a few things from
DOSS.
playing Carmen San Diego as a kid.
I thought there's a U. There's no
There's
U
no
in it?
U. Oh, because he's French. Okay.
Dossier.
In Paris,
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
U.
Guys, check me out. Pittsfield this weekend, and please come to the Parkville Market Show. Those are my baby right now. Got two of those. We're actually doing two of those in January. One the 16th, one the
You said
29th.
15th.
15th, one the 29th with Dave's on that one. We're booking the other ones. I'm reached out to some people and they have not gotten back to me, which is disheartening because I don't know. I think
People do
I think
that.
I think I
As
put
a
on-
producer, unfortunately, you will run into that.
Oh, no,
You
I
probably
think
already have.
I know. I run into people who are busy, but people who just
Right.
ignore my texts get me upset because it's like, dude, there's money and it's a real crowd. I know you do shows for people for nothing, and there's no crowd. So answer my fucking anyway.
Well, maybe they listen to your podcast and didn't want to deal with the guy that works at the Pentagon.
This is fun. Anyway, guys, this has been fun. That's it. Anything else, nerds?
No.
You want to ask us to plug stuff?
How is life?